I've hit the ball. I am never wrong. I feel like I'm not getting the whole story, but I don't really want to go unduly prying into a situation. Her about face shows she feels kind of awkward about it. So, do you speak much English? To be honest, I don't know that much about Scotland, but at least I know that's the main language there. Hold on a minute. Now I'm back, even though I didn't pause. Shut up. It takes her a moment to collect herself, appreciating the change in topic. That's right. My family mostly used Japanese around the house when I was young, but they made sure Kira and I knew our Scottish side just as well. Shide? Jesus Christ! I'm fluent in the language, but I'm also studying it in school to keep my skills up and to have the qualifications on paper, mainly. So you're bilingual? A bit... What? That's pretty impressive. I wouldn't go that far. Having parents who can speak the language is a large advantage, and English books in Braille aren't too hard to buy or import, with Yuko's help at least. There's a relatively high demand for local English teachers here anyway, which also helps give me some motivation to learn it well. Demand for English teachers? For a moment, I wonder why she brought this up. She wants to be an English teacher! You're planning to be an English teacher? She gives an enthusiastic nod. It must be nice having such a definite future in mind. I've never really given much thought to mine, so I'm kind of envious. Pah! I'm ahead of you, biatch. What's wrong? It's just... I could see you as a teacher pretty easily. It suits you. Yeah, what? For a moment, she's speechless. She's speechless. She lowers her face a little and lets out a nervous giggle, something I've never seen her do before. Wait, what? What did we do? With Lily's role as a class representative and her dependable nature, teaching does seem to be a line of work fitting her personality. Sorry, that was probably a little much. It's true, though. Oh, God, I'm lost. Waving her hand in front of her face dismissively, she quickly recovers. Yeah, I am dense, you can tell. It's not that. It's just that only one person's ever said that to me before. Who was that? A short, somewhat awkward silence follows the discussion. Without knowing it, I ended up staring into a troublesome topic. Oh, God! I should try to cheer her up a little. It was me who went and got her brooding, after all. With Hanako, we force her to say it, not in that way. With Lilly, we push. My God, he is an enemy to himself. Want to grab lunch at the Jesus Christ. Want to go grab lunch at the cafeteria after this? If I had face cam, the faces I'm pulling would be hilarious. But I'm not doing face cam. I would never do it. Depends. It might perk her up a bit, or at least take her mind off her apparently complicated family situation. Welcome to the crew, lass. Going by her smile, it seems to have the intended effect. And I read too long because the music's gone. And I'm a poet and I didn't know it. I appreciate the thought, but the food there is shit. Quite a quick redirection of the conversation. Jesus, man. She does have a point, though. The food there isn't the greatest. Maybe to Shanghai? We could ask Hanako if she wants to come as well. Ah. What did we do now? What is it? I almost forgot until you reminded me. Hanako's birthday... Ah, right. The bee shell. The bee bomb. Hanako's birthday is coming up soon, and I was going to go shopping in the city for a present tomorrow. Oh, we're at this stage this quick? That took ages! For Hanukkah's arc, Jesus Mary. If that's an invitation, I'd be happy to accompany you. The ability to get more used to the layout of the city would probably be a good thing. I have barely set foot in there, so I'd be hopelessly lost by myself. She gives a nod, signalling that she happily approves of this plan for Sunday. We eventually get back to our books, though before I begin reading again, I steal one last glance at her. Second glance. Maybe I've been thinking on my situation too much. What situation is that? After all, everybody here would have their own unique circumstances. The chance to go outside and clear my head will probably do me good. Transition. No? Oh god, I thought it crashed. Mary, Mother of God. Bored of standing in place and watching the television in a shop window, I pull myself away from the... Oh my god, really, car? From the tacky display with little effort. After living at Yamaku, the city seems like an entirely different world. I hate this area. No running in the halls. Calm and orderly conduct is to be used at all times in the classrooms. Students are to exit rooms after checking both directions for oncomers. Elevators are reserved for movement impaired students. Single files on stairs. Compared to such strict, almost regimental standards, the city's shopping arcade might as well be a strange country. This is too loud. While school may have its fair share of hustle and bustle during the festival, the outside world is much different. It's strange. Having lived in a metropolitan city before my accident, this should feel more natural than Yamaku and the surrounding town ever could. Yet it feels foreign somehow. The elevated walkways and the tall buildings, each adorned with billboards taller than any free people, don't do anything to distract me from the passing crowd's reactions. My god, my reading is appalling. Lilly keeps one hand on my shoulder, the other holding her cane, which taps the ground with a metronome-like steadiness. Looking over to her, the neutral smile of hers still holds. Having only seen her in school uniform, I'd not have recognized her as she sat on a bench waiting for me to come, if not for her cane propped up against it and her distinctive hair. I can't tell whether they're glancing at her due to her height, her foreign looks, her obvious blindness, or all three. Not that any of those would make the situation any less uncomfortable, and it is. Nosy bastards! Do you have any ideas of where to look first to sell? Window shopping! Her soft voice breaks me out of my line of thought. I can't imagine that she's failing to notice the attention she gathers, but she seems unfazed by it. I get the feeling she's the type to enjoy walking outside, so she might be used to it by now. Not really. This is my first time in the city, so I have no idea where to go. She furrows her brow in thought, planning a route for us to take, and come to think of it, a way to communicate it. Something I've noticed in the time I've been with her is how, when deep in thought, she lacks close to any form of body language to show it. Her expression may change, but not a hint of movement shows. She seems to have little in the way of sweeping physical gestures in general though. So I've assumed it's part of her reserved nature. Is there a large electronics store near here? I take a quick look around, mostly finding closed doors. After a few seconds, I notice a store with a bright blue sign some distance away that fits her description. Yep, it's just a bit ahead of us. Should we go in that direction? Thankfully, it's just the information she needed. With a nod, we start off and head towards Lily's unknown destination, landmarks being our guide. Oh dear God, what the hell is this? Here you go, 1 vanilla and 1 chocolate. Oh, ice cream. How lovely.